Hey guys, it's Emily Graziano here, and I'm here to do a review of the Ace Frehley album called Trouble Walkin', released in 1989 on Atlantic Records. Guys, I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite Ace albums. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I don't think the songs on here are anything more special than what he did before or what he did in the future. I don't know why I have a special attachment to this album, or maybe I do know why, but I'm just not fully expressing it. But let me tell you, this is the 2020 reissue, by the way, and I put the hype sticker on here. I had to laminate it to save it when I took it off the plastic, and then I put it on here because I didn't want it on the cover, I guess. I don't know, I'm weird, but I kept the sticker. That's what matters. Anyway, guys, let me tell you that I didn't ever think I would have a copy of Trouble Walkin'. Honestly, I never thought I would. And when I did receive a copy, when I got a copy, when I held it in my hands, I was shocked. You should have seen the look on my face. And according to my mother, because she was there when I got it, she believed I was gonna cry. She honestly thought I was gonna cry. But I think the reason why I didn't cry is because I was caught up in a moment and I was more shocked than anything, like shocked and overcome with joy and being grateful that I had a copy rather than to be teary-eyed. I don't know why. Maybe if I would have thought about it a little bit longer on the moment of having it, I think I would have teared up. So my mother wasn't wrong completely. I think I would have cried. But guys, I can't tell you how special this copy is to me, and I will treasure it for the rest of my life. I swear to you, I will. And then, honestly, just a couple days ago, I was in a record, it is a record store, Disc Replay. I was taking some of my sister's stuff in for her, just as a favor for her. And I found this, and I'm like, well, my first reaction was, oh my god, who gets rid of this? Who the hell gets rid of this? This is actually a promo copy, and I didn't know how rare promo copies are. Like, I would hear, it's a promo copy, but somehow every time I would hear that, my brain didn't register how rare that was. So I want to say thank you to the friend who really advised me on it. There's a stamp right here. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but promotional use only. Any sale or authorized transfer is prohibited and void, subject to return upon demand by owner. Acceptance of this record constitutes agreement of the above. It has the hype sticker, so that's pretty cool. I had no idea how big the promo hype stickers were, so that's awesome. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I never thought I'd find any copy, and now I have the 2020 reissue and a 1989 promo copy. Here's the promo copy. Very lucky that we have the dust sheet, because half the time, you don't have the original dust sheet. But here's Trouble Walkin'. And the other side. Oh, whoops. There. So, I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah, guys, I don't have any notes for this. I'm just going to be going off what I feel, because I think, I just listened to this album twice today, so I'm going note-free off the top of my head like it's improv or something. Okay. Ooh, shoot, let me get this back in. Okay, so, first song on here. And guys, let me say this just before I start. Sorry. I don't know why I have such a special relationship with this album, but maybe it's because it was released in 1989, and when I was about 13, 14, I found that out, and I realized, oh wait, so this is the closest album Ace released to the year I was born. Like, it was released 7 years before I was born, so maybe that's why I really love it, because I'm like, it's so close to the year I was born. 7 years is a long time, but then it's not, but then it is, but then it's not. But anyway, there's a story on here about Do Ya, and I'll get to it. But anyway, I'll start. Okay, so side 1, track 1, Shot Full of Rock. And this song is exactly what the name suggests. Shot Full of Rock is that shot of adrenaline, energy, of rock and roll, Ace Frehley music that you need. And I can't imagine this album starting off any other way. Honestly, I can't. So I think it's awesome. I really enjoy this song, and I think that it's a great opening track. And I really like the concept, like, shot full of rock. Like, I love that. Honestly. Okay, it was written by Ace, Richie Scarlett, and I really, really dig it. Up next, track 2, the song Do Ya, and this is a cover version originally done by The Move, and then also ELO did this version. Okay, I knew this song well before I knew that it was a part of the Trouble Walking album, because my mom had this bootleg VHS tape of Kiss and Kiss-related music videos back in the late 90s, and we would watch it sometimes. She would just put it on. And this video, the Do Ya video, would come on, and I had no idea what album it was on, but I didn't care. B, I didn't know how old the recording, the video was, the song was. I didn't care. And C, I wanted to be the girl in the music video for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but I guess because Ace mentioned the long black hair, and I have black hair, and I still do. And I guess because that was so rare to me, like, I had never seen anybody, like, a woman with black hair in a music video before up until that point. Like, they were always blondes, brunettes. I guess I latched onto that, and I wanted to be the girl in the music video. I'm like, I could be that girl in the music video. Yeah. Like, I didn't even take into consideration, oh, I'm like 2, 3, 4 years old. I can be in that music video. But, yeah, this song really connected with me and the music video, and I always thought Ace looked so cool running on the beach with his rock and roll gear and guitar, and I've got a special place in my heart for this music video. I didn't find out that it was a cover version until many, many years later, but the Ace version will always have a special place in my heart. And part of me, yes, still wants to be the girl with the long black hair in the music video. Okay. Moving on, the next song on here, 5 Card Stud. I think this is reminding people Ace is a card shark, and that he's really good at playing it. And of course, he can play off the fact that he's Ace. And I just think that it's a really fun song that shows another facet of his persona, because when we think of Ace, yes, we think of the spaceman, but remember, this guy, he came from the Bronx, he's a card shark. So I think that's a great, cheeky way of reminding people, hey, I like playing cards, remember that? So I think that was really a cool song. Track 4, Hide Your Heart. Now remember, everybody, this is 1989, and it's the battle of the Hide Your Hearts. Do we like the Kiss version from Hot in the Shade? And then there's the Ace and Peter version. Yeah, I should have said that earlier. Peter Criss does guest star on this album as a guest musician, and it's awesome. And there's a cool picture of Ace and Peter on the back here. I love that. Like, anytime Ace and Peter get to hang out, it's just freaking rad. I mean, isn't it? Come on. And, I mean, Paul Stanley co-wrote this, and then I know Bonnie Tyler also did a version of this song. Now, some people hate Hide Your Heart, period. Like, the lyrics they think is cheese, the concept of it is, like, just dumb. I don't know. I enjoy it. I really didn't listen to either version growing up that much, because my mom wouldn't play Hide Your Heart on Hot in the Shade a lot growing up. Sometimes she would let it go, but most of the time, I'd say like 70 to 80% of the time, it would be skipped. So honestly, like, Paul singing Hide Your Heart, it's hard for me to get behind that concept, because part of Paul Stanley's persona in Kiss is being open and welcoming for love, because he's the lover, he's the star child. He fell from the sky, and if he lived, he would devote the rest of his life to love. So for me, I like, even though I love Paul Stanley's vocal delivery on Hide Your Heart, because it's really good, it's hard for me to, like, grasp the fact that he's saying Hide Your Heart. But Ace singing Hide Your Heart, I think he does a really great job with the parts where he's saying, like, Johnny's holding Rosa on a rooftop in the night. Like, that's just Ace. Like, he knows the street life, and he has more street cred than Paul ever could. So he has a more legit clout. Is that even a thing? Like, he has more clout with singing those lyrics. And I will say I like the arrangement of Ace's better. I haven't listened to the Bonnie Tyler version recently. I have in the past, but not recently, where I could give a fair comparison. But Hide Your Heart, I think it would be interesting if somebody combined, like, maybe Paul's vocals with Ace's, like, musical arrangement and combine them. I would love to hear what that sounds like. Like, keep Peter's backup, maybe insert some of the instrumentation from the Kiss. Like, just combine the two. I would think that would be interesting, because it would have a lot of members of Kiss on there if you count Bruce and Eric, and then, like, Paul, Peter, Ace, and Gene. That would be really awesome. Okay, last song on side 1, Lost in Limbo. Lost in Limbo, I think, is a really interesting song, because I think we've all been there, lost in limbo. Like, I'm not in heaven, I'm not in hell. That's part of the lyrics. I think that is a very interesting concept, and I think we've all at one point been lost in our lives, and I think Ace is touching on that sentiment, because let me see. Yeah, he co-wrote it with Richie Scarlett, so I think this is a very personal song for Ace on this album. So I really grasp it. And remember that famous clip for the promo for the Do You video? He's like, "Hi, I'm Ace Frehley. I'm healthy. I'm drug-free. Why am I laughing?" Like, I just think, like, that kind of applies maybe to this song, that he now, even though he's back now, he for a long time was lost and unhealthy, and he found his way. So I think that is great concept for a song, very original. Okay, flip it over. First song on side 2, Trouble Walkin', the title song of this album. Now, when I was little and I saw the Trouble Walkin' album in just, like, Kiss books or magazines or whatever, by the way, I never made the connection that Do Ya was on the album of Trouble Walkin' until I was, like, again, like 12, 13, 14. I never made that connection. But I thought Trouble Walking was funny, because when I used to see this, I thought Ace was falling down, like, with the 3 things here, like, oh, he's falling down, but his guitar saves him. I don't know. It was just my mind as a little kid. And then I thought Trouble Walking was a funny album title, because it's like, oh, Ace falls down a lot, so that fits. It wasn't until many years later I heard the title track and I got the concept. Oh, okay, wait, Trouble Walking is, oh, he is trouble, and he's every mother's nightmare, so it really clicked in that moment. But part of me still believes that, oh, it's called Trouble Walking because he falls down a lot. Oh, Ace. Keep on making us smile. Okay, second song on side 2, Too Young to Die. I know that Ace doesn't sing the lead on this track. And honestly, this is not my favorite song. Not because he's not singing lead, just because I think it's a really long song. And I just think it kind of goes on for too long, but I like the concept of it. We're Too Young to Die, again, it touches on Ace's street roots, so I really think that's an interesting topic for a song, and how, yeah, he's come close to death and he's too young to die. I think this song could have been in, like, an 80s action movie and it would have fit. again, I don't dislike it, but I think it may be my least favorite song on the album. Okay, next song, Back to School, co-written by Ace and John Reagan. Okay, this song I think is interesting. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that Ace really went back to high school and he finished his degree, but I guess it doesn't matter. But I really think it's interesting because for the longest time I wanted to be a school teacher. Like, seriously, from the ages of 6 to 19, I wanted to be a school teacher. I never thought about doing anything else. So I always find songs about school or the concept of school just fascinating to begin with. And I think it's funny, like, oh, I'm, here, what does he say? Oh, I'm the teacher, wait, I'm the teacher, but no degree, or something like that. That's really, really funny to me because I don't know. Like I said, I know a bunch of teachers who I actually still talk with, and I'm kind of like a teacher junkie, if you will, or groupie, or no, God, I shouldn't say that. But I've hung around a lot of teachers when I was younger because I wanted, especially when I was like in community college and stuff, because I wanted to be a teacher. So I just think it's a really interesting song. Okay, next song. Sorry, I rambled there. Remember Me. Remember Me has that stadium-style setting, and it's, at first you think, okay, this concept's going to be really cheesy. Something along the lines of Best in the West by Black and Blue, which is like the intro to that song, and then the cheering and applause. It's like, oh God. But then you hear Ace do it and he makes it work, and it's like, oh, that's kind of goofy, but it's not over the top. It actually works. And for some reason, the style of Remember Me, like the vocal stylings and the concept of the way the song is executed, kind of reminds me of AC/DC's The Jack for some reason. I don't know why. Like the minimal vocals and just the way the song all comes together, it kind of reminds me of The Jack for some reason. Okay. Last song on here, Fractured 3. The instrumental. Again, every time Ace includes an instrumental on here, it's two things. One, it's tradition at this point, and two, it reminds people, hey, I'm first and foremost a guitarist. Ace is first a guitarist, second a vocalist, and like he said in numerous interviews, I sing out of necessity. If he doesn't sing lead on a song, it doesn't really bother him to the point where he starts getting uncomfortable with it. So I think, this song on here, again, it's tradition. It's not my favorite of the Fractured, but it's not my least favorite, but I still enjoy it. So yeah, I mean, it's co-written by John Reagan, so that's really cool that it's actually a co-write. It's not just Ace. And then playing on this album, like I said, there were some guest stars, but the main lineup of this album after Frehley's Comet kind of ended, we have Ace, John Reagan, Richie Scarlett. We got Anton Fig back, and but he wasn't the only drummer on this record because Sandy Slavin also played the drums, only on Trouble Walkin', apparently. And then, of course, as guest stars, we have Peter Criss, Sebastian Bach, Dave Sabo, Rachel Bolan, and then it says Pepe Castro, Al Frittich, and Pat Summers. They did the additional backup vocals. So guys, overall, I don't know what the overall consensus of this album is, but I've got a special place in my heart for it, and I always will. Who knew that when I was little? Do ya? I had no idea that it would be on this album. And that was shocking finding that out when I was like 12 or 13. And then the manner in which I acquired the 2020 reissue, I don't know. I honest to God wish you could have seen the look on my face. I wish I wish you would have seen it. Like, I think everyone would get a kick out of it if you were there. Seriously. It really has a special place in my heart. It just got elevated because of that reason, and I want to thank you so much for watching this album. I really, really love this album, and I was very, very nervous to do this review, but I hope it turned out well. So I want to say thank you for watching this video. I'm Emily Graziano, and I will see you in the next one. I hope I did well for not using notes. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and bye-bye.